welcome to another insightful episode. Today, we're diving into why effective meetings are crucial in the workplace. Emma, what does the research say about the impact of well-conducted meetings?
Great question. A recent study by the Harvard Business Review shows that professionals who communicate clearly in meetings are 30% more likely to ascend into leadership roles. It's fascinating how simple communication can shape careers.
That's compelling. But what about the common perception that meetings are often unproductive? I've heard many people complain about time wastage.
True, many meetings can feel like they drag on without purpose. However, when guided by a clear agenda and active participation, meetings can become powerful platforms for collaboration and innovation.
I see. Could you share an example of a meeting that transformed from mundane to meaningful?
Certainly. At one company, a manager revamped their weekly meetings by inviting different team members to lead discussions on projects. This not only enhanced engagement, but also fostered a sense of ownership and accountability.
That sounds like a smart shift. Looking ahead, how do you think the role of meetings will evolve as remote work becomes more prevalent?
As remote work grows, meetings will likely become more succinct and technology-driven. Tools that facilitate real-time collaboration will be key, ensuring everyone can contribute effectively, regardless of location.
All right, let's talk about the initial moments of a meeting. Emma, what are some effective ways to start or join a meeting with confidence?
Absolutely. Starting with a friendly greeting sets a positive tone. Simple phrases like, "Hi everyone, nice to see you all," or "Good morning, thanks for joining," work wonders.
What if someone joins late? How can they integrate smoothly without disrupting the flow?
No worries, it happens. A polite, "Sorry I'm a bit late, what did I miss?" shows respect for the group's time while catching up quickly.
That makes sense. Still, some might feel anxious about speaking up. Any tips to overcome that?
Definitely. Start by preparing a brief self-introduction. Knowing how you'll present yourself can ease nerves. Plus, remember that everyone values your input.
Great advice. And looking forward, how do you see virtual reality impacting how we join meetings?
Virtual reality could offer immersive meeting experiences, making remote attendees feel just as present as those in the room. This might reduce the anxiety of speaking up as virtual environments become more interactive.
Now that we've joined the meeting, how do we express our ideas clearly? Emma, what are some key strategies?
Clarity is key. Start with foundational phrases like "I think" or "in my opinion." These frame your thoughts clearly without being assertive.
But what if someone's worried their English isn't perfect? How can they still sound professional?
Perfection isn't necessary. Focus on communicating your idea concisely. For example, from my experience, this approach works well because keeps the focus on your insight, not language.
Do you have a personal experience where clear communication made a difference in a meeting?
Yes, once I suggested a small pilot project before a major rollout, starting with, "Maybe we could," help the team accept the idea without feeling pressured.
That's a smart approach. Going forward, how might AI tools support clearer communication in meetings?
AI tools could provide real-time language assistance, helping non-native speakers articulate ideas more effectively. This would ensure everyone's voice is heard equally in meetings.
Once ideas are shared, how do we agree and build consensus effectively? Emma, what language should we use?
Building consensus begins with validation. Phrases like, "That's a great idea," or "I agree with you," can strengthen team unity.
Indeed. But what if someone feels pressured to agree even if they're unsure?
It's important to be authentic. If unsure, say, "I'd like to think more about this, but it sounds promising." This keeps the conversation open without forced agreement.
Can you share a time when agreeing helped solidify a team's direction?
Absolutely. In a marketing strategy meeting, agreeing on testing 2 campaigns unified our efforts and led to a successful product launch.
That's inspiring. Looking to the future, how might digital collaboration tools enhance consensus building in meetings?
Digital tools could enable real-time polling and feedback, allowing teams to reach consensus quickly and adapt strategies based on collective insights.
Sometimes we have to disagree. Emma, how can we do this respectfully without causing friction?
Disagreement is natural. Use phrases like, "I see your point, but I think," to express differing views while maintaining respect.
But how do we ensure disagreements don't escalate into conflicts?
Focus on the issue, not the person. Saying, "Let's think about another option," redirects the conversation constructively, keeping it solution-oriented.
Have you ever faced a challenging disagreement in a meeting? How did you handle it?
Yes, during a resource allocation discussion, I suggested an alternative approach with, "That could work, but maybe we can try something else," which opened up more dialogue.
That's a wise way to handle it. In the future, how might AI help mediate disagreements in virtual meetings?
AI could offer sentiment analysis, alerting facilitators to potential tensions early on, allowing for timely interventions and maintaining a positive meeting atmosphere.
Finally, let's discuss gaining confidence in meetings. Emma, how can repeated experience build confidence?
Confidence grows with practice. Each meeting is an opportunity to refine communication skills. Even saying, "That's a good point," can bolster self-assurance.
What would you say to someone who's still nervous despite practice?
Remember, everyone feels nervous at times. Embrace small victories. Each sentence you contribute is a step towards becoming more comfortable.
Can you share a story where consistent participation helped someone build confidence?
Sure, a colleague once started with just 1 comment per meeting. Over time, her contributions increased, and she's now a key voice in strategy sessions.
That's encouraging. Looking ahead, how might virtual meeting platforms continue to support confidence building?
Advanced platforms could offer personal feedback after meetings, highlighting strengths and areas for improvement, helping users build confidence incrementally.